on the blue, Albertson Stadium in Boise, Idaho. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. It's the Oregon State Beavers and the Boise State Broncos. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines, and we check in with her right now.
Checking in with the Beavers head coach before the game. His running back is getting better each and every week. He is devastating in the red zone, top 5 in the country in rushing touchdowns, and they believe he deserves to be in the Heisman conversation. Each and every week, he is showing the country why he is one of the best backs in the nation. I'll keep you posted if he's able to keep up this productivity and the Heisman talk gets louder and louder today. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. So Boise State's offense makes its way onto the field to open this game. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week, and watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick, the ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will, a really nice day, and I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game, maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Off the bootleg, wants to toss it. Complete with conviction on the crosser. Couldn't ask for much more there. A 1st down, and they're down to the 42.
They're going to sit back in zone. I'm going to make sure I know exactly what they're doing, find those holes, find those crossing patterns, and take advantage of that zone coverage.
Pulls it and fires to the left. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over it. And the Broncos now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Off play action. Snagged out of the air. Ran through the tackle, and he's got room to run. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another 1st down. Running inside. It's Best. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. And here comes play number 6 of the drive. Just feeds the running back. Noses ahead to the 30-yard line to pick up of 1. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but now facing 3rd down. Back to pass, it's Applewhite. Takes the easy completion. A big 3rd down stop by this defense, but they are still in field goal range. Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. He's got it, showing off that big leg from 47 yards out.
Well, this team knew coming into tonight's game they had to get momentum early, playing at home. They want to get the crowd into it, so you get a beautiful drive here to start this thing. You would have liked to cap it off with a touchdown, but listen, you set yourself up for a field goal, you knock it through the uprights, you've got the lead, everything right now looking good.
On the run from inside his own 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. The Beavers offense will come out to go on the attack for the 1st time. And here's the big fella, senior tight end. They'll try to feed him today. 5 catches in their last win, a couple of them going for touchdowns. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Gets it out quickly. He's brought down at the 29 after a 10-yard gain. Got it done in the passing game on the last play, and let's see what they do on 1st down. Give to the back. They'll mark him down at the 40 after ripping off 10. Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. The play action fake. He's got his man. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down. The Beavers will have it 1st and 10. The give from the gun. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the 1st down.
We know this guy is in contention right now for the Heisman Trophy, and this late in the year, if you're going to bring that home, you've got to put up big stat games, right? Had over 100 rushing yards his last time out. He's doing it again today. He is turning it on late this season.
And I think the biggest thing for this young man is we've seen him be so great all throughout the season. How do you finish? And how do you finish decides if you win that big trophy at the end of the year. He's in the Heisman running late in the season. I bet you he'll get a lot of touches today.
With the run on 1st and goal. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on 2nd.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. Handoff from the gun. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the 1st period. 1st quarter in the books. Let's see how these 2 wide receivers are stacking up so far. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. On 3rd and goal, they'll try to throw it in. Got his man out of the backfield. That was an important stop there as they try to hold them to a field goal on this drive. And now the Broncos call their 1st of 3 timeouts. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the 1st half. They'll send out the kicker here from the left hash, and this distance ought to make that angle pretty easy to handle. Never a doubt. And that's going to tie it up.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Broncos offense to start the drive. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Intercepted. Taking it the other way. At the 20. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Looking for more room. And he's in. Pounded his way in for the score. Touchdown, Oregon State. The 1st score of the game for the man who leads the nation in rushing touchdowns. And they knock through the extra point for the 10-3 lead. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
Looking for a gap. It's best. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Looking downfield, it's Applewhite. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
Nothing too exotic about that blitz right there. That's just the middle linebacker coming right up the middle of the field in the teeth of that offensive lineman. Nobody accounted for him, and he gets home.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Finds a man on the right. Open spaces. He's at the 30. The 10. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Broncos. Looking for the tie with the extra point. Quick strike touchdown comes out and jump starts the offense.
And Man, we see this in college football, so much explosiveness and firepower, and we get high-scoring game after high-scoring game, and it looks like we're on pace for one of those right now.
On the move from inside his 5. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. You want to talk about answering each other's score. That's what we have going on right now, Jesse.
Yeah, and this offense, it's been impressive just seeing how well they've been executing, too, because they're playing with a sense of urgency, David. They know they've got to go score a touchdown every time they take the field.
It's like a tennis match. You're just trying to break serve at some point, just back and forth, both offense.
Maybe a crease. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down.
How about the defense trying to slow this dude down? He's a Heisman contender for a reason. He's so difficult to tackle, and what a challenge. All week long, they knew that they had to key on this guy and really try to at least limit him if they were going to win.
Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. Off the play fake. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
What a nice answer by this defense. You give up the big play, you respond right back, you get the sack, create some momentum for your side.
Gonna take a shot. He's got it inside the 30. He just brought some serious energy, making that huge play and getting it all the way down to the 23-yard line. The Beavers are rolling down the field. Find some fresh air. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Not many hiccups on this drive, but it's 2nd and 13 now.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
Yeah, and sometimes the coverage is just great. And as a quarterback, you throw the football away or don't try to force it too tight into a window, and you just say, hey, defense won that well. Good coverage.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. He's got his man, makes the grab. They knock him down right at the 20-yard line. Not enough for the first down, but maybe they'll keep the offense on the field. Between the uprights, it's good. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
And so the Boise State offense comes out to go to work. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Bunch formation for these receivers. Looks as if the defense was a little too eager there, got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty. The encroachment penalty on the D gives the offense a free 5 yards. The run inside. It's Best. There's some room. Brought down at the 45 after a 15-yard pickup.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
Here's the pressure. Makes the catch at the 20. Touchdown Broncos. Rolled into the end zone, and this crowd was...
Love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner is stopped. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking to throw, it's Douglas. Lets it fly. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Looking to throw on first down. Under fire. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Grabs it up to 25 in stride. Out of bounds at the 16 after the big-time gain.
I love offensive coordinators that take shots in sudden change situations. You just got the takeaway. You're not wasting any time. Defense is jogging on the field. They barely have time to line up. You take a shot deep down the field, and you hit it, adding insult to injury to the opponent. That is a great play call.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Now the connection takes it to the 11. Timeout is called, and that will be the second charge to Oregon State. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big third down coming up. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. On the run, it's Best. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Oregon State will use its final timeout here. And now everybody chiming in to figure out how to play this fourth down. Absolutely perfect. Now up by 7 points here in the second.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
Here comes the Beaver offense ready to go. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him...
Oh, he's going to be brought down. A huge loss on the play. After the sack, they have their work cut out for them. Basically, they have to get it to the other side of town. Showing the arm strength down the left side. Into double coverage, and he picked it off. Didn't really get a chance to get started on that return, but he has set him up at the 41-yard line. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Finds his man. It's Best. Bringing it back. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Broncos!
You know, there are so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with a lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
Yeah, and let's finish this half now. Now, we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time, so get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Looking downfield, it's Douglas. Throws to the tight end. Finds a man on the left. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34. And the Beavers want to crank the tempo.
Every drive is obviously important, but now that you've dug yourself a hole, this offense, they need to score here. Like, before the half, they need to move this ball down the field. Nice job in the passing game. Got to put a few together. Need to get some points to cut into this lead right before the half.
Here's a heat. Got his man to the left. And a big-time grab there. Knocked down immediately, but not before he gets it to the 40.
Well, this team found themselves in a hole really quickly. Good things need to start happening, and they got to happen now. There's a big play that the offense desperately needed. A big pitch and catch. That's going to give them some confidence. That hopefully shifts the momentum their way a little bit. But they've got to cap this off now with a touchdown cut into their opponent's lead.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half.
No gain on the play. Second down coming up.
On second down, they'll try the field goal to get the points before halftime. He's going to have to break out the thunderfoot on this one, a 57-yard attempt. No good. And after the miss, it's still a 14-point game.
Listen, he's a guy that makes 60-yarders in practice, so they give him that opportunity with his big leg. He misses it. The opponent didn't set up the return, so they're going to get the football back now. A pretty good field position. There's still a few ticks left on the clock. They've got a chance to steal some points here late in the half.
And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field. They'll ride the hot hand. And he's taken down after a short gain, and that'll do it for us here in the first half. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Interesting first half, fellas, and an eye-opening day here in Week 10 on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We begin with the Michigan State Spartans taking on the Purdue Boilermakers. And it's Michigan State looking for a 3rd straight victory today following that Week 1 defeat. And they're on top right now against another solid team. This outcome today could define each of their seasons. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now. And now back to your game in Boise.
The Broncos will kick it away to crank up the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the 3rd quarter.
Down 2 possessions. The coaching...
Turning it on! Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. From the gun, he leaves it with the back.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Right back to it. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. The Beavers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the air, it's Douglas. Quickly out to the tight end. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain, but makes life really easy on me on second down.
Bringing the heat. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be 3rd down.
The bad news is it's incomplete, but the good news was the quarterback, I think, made the right decision that time, actually throwing it away. He's been burned a couple times early in this one with some picks in this game, and so that time, instead of trying to force the play and make something happen out of nothing, he just throws it away. The defense wins that down. You live to play another day.
Looking downfield on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Second down, they'll go to the air. Fires to the big fella. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. Hits the open man. Touchdown, Beavers! And they take it in for 6 more points. That had touchdown written all over it from the moment he caught the ball. Big play, big run for the score.
Yeah, it had touchdown written all over it because nobody was covering it. It'd be a good idea to get a hand on him. You know, listen, I know you guys got some speed, and maybe you give him a cushion and give him some space, but that was a little aggressive on the space department there.
Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even, bringing it out of the end zone. Boise State ready to send out that offense. So after watching their defense immediately give up a touchdown drive here in the third quarter, they'll try to answer here. The handoff as they run the counter play here. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards. Defense just a little too eager, and that's 5 yards for the O. Defense has to stay out of that neutral zone. It's 2nd and 5. Looking for a man. It's Applewhite. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw. Incomplete. This is where you make the money on the drives. Ball at the 30. It's 3rd and short. From the gun. Wants to pass. They get to him as he throws. Another incompletion on 3rd down. And the Broncos will send out the punt unit. The punters have had the day off up to this point. First one of the game. Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Here comes the Oregon State offense to get this drive started. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Off the play fake on first down. Fires to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. They had the perfect play to open the drive, and now they'll snap it again from the 38. Looking to throw on first down. Got his man on the right. At midfield, he's got room. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Out of the gun to give to the back. And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Scanning the field, it's Douglas. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be 3rd down.
In most instances, I would say really, really nice decision by the quarterback. But when you've got speed like this guy has, I think he'd sometimes, instead of throwing it away, would like to see him take off and see if he can go make something with his feet.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. He's got him. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
The Beavers will snap it on 1st and 10. From the gun, the running back looking for room. They'll put the brakes on him at the 21, give him a yard. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Might as well stick with him. They get him corralled, but he carries it all the way down to the 7-yard line. For this game in hand, let's take a look at the scoreboard from the top 12 teams in the country. And at this point in the season, these guys have done exactly what they wanted to do and strengthen their position. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. We'll see if the offense can punch it in on 2nd and goal. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Turning to the running game here on 3rd and goal. And he's in! Touchdown, Oregon State! His 3rd touchdown of the game and 20th of the season. The extra point is up and good, and we are tied up in the 4th.
3rd and goal, you're going to turn around and just give it to this guy who just has a nose for the end zone. He's able to find the crease and pay it off for his offense.
He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. Tie game, 4th quarter, plenty of time to work with, exactly where you want to be in this one. Stop behind the line, he'll lose a yard. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw, it's Applewhite. Pulls it in. Breaks the tackle, and he's got room. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. The Broncos peeled off a huge chunk of yardage through the air, and now back to the line. On the run, it's Best. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They'll move the wide receiver. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Turns it loose. He's got it inside the 25. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here. The lone back's got it. Dropped after a pickup of 4 down to the 16. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Going to the run, it's Best. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. Coming to the line of scrimmage on 3rd down. A quick completion to the left, looking for the 1st down. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. And it's good! They take the lead here in the 4th.
All field goals are not created equal, guys. Kicks in the 4th quarter take the lead. They just seem to carry so much more weight. So give that young man credit for getting out there and knocking that thing through the uprights. All the pressure, all the eyeballs on him, he delivered.
Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. Let's go down to the sideline and Holly Rowe.
Here on the Oregon State sideline, I can see a developing situation with their quarterback and the coaches. Their QB has struggled here today with the turnovers, and there's a lot of conversation. They're showing him those mistakes on the film, trying to get him to see what he's missing. They want to get some confidence built back up in this quarterback, but right now he's shaking his head like, I've got this, I've got this. We'll see if he really does here to take the field. Guys, back to you.
All right, Holly. They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. To the air, it's Douglas. Swings it out to the flat. The blue turf rumbling on this 3rd down attempt as the Bronco fans exhort the knee. Pocket breaking down. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity.
This defense continues to do a great job.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. On 4th down, looking to pass. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. Well, you talk about getting out of jail free. They changed that field position in a heartbeat, and now they're ready to roll. To the air on first down. He's not afraid to go deep. Touchdown, Beavers! And with that, they move out front here in the fourth.
Now, a lot of times you see those receivers, as soon as they get by the DBs, you know, that hand goes straight up in the air. I got him. I got to step on him. He got to step on him. And the ball was thrown perfectly out in front. You can see he runs underneath it, gets it, and gets the long touchdown on the go route.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Let's see what Holly Rowe has for us on the sideline.
Guys, the 5 down here on the Boise State sideline. This defense has been the star of the show today. The offense has had their back against the wall, and now is the moment they've got to come alive. They are trailing in this game, and I can see them talking to each other before they take the field for this drive. Now is their moment. They feel it, and they're trying to get each other hyped up and ready to go for this possession. Back to you.
Holly, thank you.
When you run the football and then throw in the play action, it's such a tricky thing for the defense. Do I play run? Do I come up fast? It opens those holes right behind the linebackers and between the safeties to make the passing game just a little bit easier.
Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
Man, this quarterback has been dialed in all game long. He's making outstanding decisions, and he's been so accurate throwing the football. He's now got over 350 passing yards.
Just inside the 40-yard line. It's 1st and 10 from the 39. Looking to pass. It's Applewhite. Heaves it on the run. And a big play on the left sideline. Excellent awareness to get that foot in bounds. They've really got this offense humming. Just a 4th play of the drive, and it's 1st and goal. They'll run it. It's Best. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd and goal. Offense in a bunch formation. To the air on 2nd down. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Boise State. They've got the lead here in the 4th. The Broncos strike back and take the lead.
This is an offense that has so much confidence. They believe they're able to win the game when it matters the most. They've got the playmakers to do it. You saw it on that last touchdown. Now taking the lead with less than 2 minutes to go.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start this drive going to the air. And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete.
I think the frustrating thing for this offense at this point is they've had a lot of success, and still they find themselves down on the scoreboard. And so I think if you're going to get back in this game, you've got to go back to the well. Think about the play calls that have worked for you in this game, where you found success, where you found your explosive plays. Don't be afraid to call those plays again right now in this 2-minute situation.
They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. Might be changing the route. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Complete to the right. Gets the ball right to the 50-yard line, and that'll be enough for a first down. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set.
Well, if you're going to complete these in-breaking routes over the middle of the field, it's really important as a quarterback you don't stare the guy down and tip off where you're throwing the football. He's trying to freeze the safeties in this defense and then throws it on time. Accurate throw, nice pitch and catch.
Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running.
In this offense, they got another positive game, but I think they're going to have to start pushing the ball down the field a little bit. Got to make some plays. That clock is not your friend. You got to speed up, maybe work the middle of the field a little bit, but make sure we get first downs, and the rest of the time work the sidelines.
Looking to help the kicker out on 3rd down. From here, it would be a 59-yard attempt. Quickly to the tight end. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40. The Beavers using their first timeout. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. And the Beavers have it with a 1st and 10. From the gun, to give, looking for room. They make the stop right at the 30-yard line, but it's a 10-yard pickup and a 1st down. From the gun, give on the inside. They'll use a timeout with 26 seconds left on the clock.
New running back, same result. Like, it's pretty clear what they want to do on the offensive side of the football. They want to dominate the line of scrimmage. They want to run the football, whether it's the starter or now the backup. They're going to establish that ground game. It's what they do. It's who they are.
And he's knocked down immediately, but they're in the red zone at the 14. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Makes the grab. The timeout stops the clock with 10 seconds to play. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. To throw, it's Douglas. He caught it. Touchdown, Oregon State. And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th.
But you talk about finishing games with a purpose, with a plan, executed to perfection, taking almost all of the clock, executing brilliantly down the stretch of this football game, making plays, and taking the lead late in this ball game.
He'll return it. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. It comes down to this. One more snap left in this game. If they get a touchdown, they can find a way to win it. Wants to throw on 1st down. Oh, they're after him. Falls incomplete. They fought to the final whistle, but that's going to do it. The great Nick Saban often says players often respond better to losses. They listen more than they do if they're getting away with things in wins. So maybe this is an opportunity to recalibrate.
I think you take it first and you internalize it and you get upset because obviously the goal was to win the game. But you also got to flip the switch really quickly, Jesse, and say, okay, what do I need to work on? Because I only got one loss. I'm still very much in the thick of all of my dreams that I want to come true. So I can't take it too hard, but I got to use it.